Hey y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel Journey to Happiness. This is my first official video of 2024. Well, technically my second video of 2024. I did have like a very short video up, but I really did it down. But I'll be keeping this one up. So I just want to quickly talk about what I want out of this new year, and really for the rest of my life. I really, the number one thing I think I want out of life more than anything is just simply I want to have peace. I want a peaceful life. Um I don't like being stressed out, which I'm sure nobody does, but I really just don't like being stressed out all the time. So I'm going to do everything in my power to give myself a peaceful life. I just want peace. That's all I want. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't like being stressed out. I don't like chaos. I don't like craziness. I don't like being rushed. I don't like being overwhelmed. None of those things. I don't think I'll really truly find out who I am. I'm a simple person. Um, I don't necessarily have to be the head bitch in charge. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be the CEO. I don't have to be the manager. I don't even like telling people what to do. Um, yeah, I don't really like telling people what to do. So I probably would never want to be a manager anyway. Um, but I just want a peaceful, simple, enjoyable, happy life. That's all I want. Um, and I'm going to do everything in my power to give myself that. So that's what I'm going to start working on. I want a peaceful job. Now I know just about any job has at least some level of stress to it. But obviously there are jobs that have a lot more stress than others. For example, I don't think I would ever, because I've seen it up close and personal being a med aid on first shift. I don't think I would ever be a nurse first shift at a nursing home. Or any nurse at a nursing home, honestly, but especially first shift. That is too stressful. It is too stressful. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Especially like the nurse that I work with on the weekend that I work there, do my doubles. For her to work there 5 days a week, it's just too stressful. She's actually an RN. I'm like, girl, if I was an RN, you wouldn't catch me up in this nursing home. But that's just me. But it's too stressful. Like, we had a patient that she's saying that she can't breathe and she has had heart failure. So, and she has a, what do you call it, a CPAP. So the RN, she was a nurse over me, she was saying, we really need you to send you out. We can't take care of you here. We need to send you out to the hospital where they have they're equipped to take care of your issue. And she was like, no, they're going to take too long. I'm not going because they're just going to leave me and the ER takes forever. I'm like, you're telling us you can't breathe, but you're refusing to go with EMS. So there's that. Then like 20 minutes later, somebody had failed. Then something else happened. I know she was stressed out. I know she's making good money, but to me, the stress just wouldn't be worth it. But maybe she's fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel the stress because I'm really good being an introvert. Like I told y'all, we feed off the energy. I can really feed off of the energy in the room or just other people's energy. And I could just feel the stress. This really isn't really pertaining to me because I'm just a med aid. Yeah, I can get the vitals. I can help out. But really, it's on the nurse. I'm just a med aid. Like, yeah, I got her. I'm just a med aid. But I could feel the stress off of the nurse. I could just feel it. Like, ooh, girl, I know you stressed out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I wouldn't do that. I really want to have a peaceful life in every aspect of my life. I want my life to be as peaceful as possible is what I'm saying. I know there's going to be days, where there's things that I can't control. We all have things that we can't control that happens to us in life that causes stress, situations that happen unexpectedly. I know I can't control everything. So there's going to be stress in everybody's life at some point or another. I know that. But what I'm saying is I just want to make my life as peaceful as possible. So that's what I'm going to start working on this year. When it comes to my job, I want a peaceful job. When it comes to the people in my life, I want a peaceful life. I just want peace. So yeah, that's what I'm going to start working on. That is what is important to me, is peace. I remember when, this was some years ago, I was working at a nursing home, PRN, and they had asked me, did I want to, I think it was on Wednesdays and Fridays, something like that. It was very temporary. They had asked me, did I want to fill in for the ward clerk. She's basically like, a secretary. They call her a ward clerk. I forgot what was going on with the full-time ward clerk, but yeah, so I was like, sure, why not? I would get the same pay as I was making as a med-aid / CNA. So my job, when I would do that, for one, I love the fact that the ward clerks there, they had the choice whether they want to wear scrubs or they want to wear like office attire. So since I already wore scrubs all the time as a med-aid CNA, I chose to kind of dress up a little bit. So I just liked that. I came in the morning, like it was only on Wednesdays and I think Fridays for like 4 to 6 hours, something like that. And it was just until she came back. So my job was to transfer phone calls. Like let's say somebody called, I'm like, I'm calling to speak to my mother. They give me the room number and I would transfer calls. And like let's say somebody called because they wanted to speak to physical therapy, I would transfer calls. Or if physical therapy wasn't there, or whoever they want to speak to wasn't there, I would tell them they could either leave a voicemail or I could write down a message for you. Things like that, delivering messages. If the nurses or anybody needed something printed out, I would print it out for them, and stuff like that. And when I did it, and I did it up front, and then sometimes I would do it at the nurses station when they needed the day that they needed me to. When I did it up front, I would also at that time we had the C-19 going on, so my job was to also take everybody's temperature that came in, every single person, the employees, guests. I would write their name down and write their position, like CNA, nurse, med-aid, whatever, and then visitor, and their temperature. And I would print stuff out. Somebody might be like, hey, can you print this for me real quick? Or something like that. Anyway, I remember like I actually enjoyed doing that. And that was probably like my favorite job that I've ever had, even though technically it was very temporarily. But I remember like when I would get off from doing that, I didn't feel overwhelmed. I didn't feel stressed out or any of that. Like, it was so peaceful doing that, and I actually enjoyed it. Honestly, if the job paid decent, because it only paid like $10 an hour, can't live off of that, but if the job paid a decent wage, like I could do that full time. I would do that full time if it paid a decent wage. Like seriously, when I would get off doing that, I didn't feel overworked. I didn't feel stressed out. I felt peace. Versus when I get off as a CNA, I'm stressed out. My body's aching. I'm hurting. I feel like I'm about to fall over from turning these people, lifting all these people, doing this and that. And I got to do it in a hurry and this and that and all this craziness. I felt so stressed out. Like there was a big difference. Such a big difference. And I was like, wow, this is what it feels like to get off from a job that doesn't stress you out. It's like, God, I could do this for a living. Like, what? I could do this for a living. But like I said, it was only temporary. and it was only, if I was to do that, it would be only like $10 an hour. Same thing when I had a housekeeping job. There was, for about 3 or 4 months, I was a housekeeper at a nursing home because I just needed a break from the whole nursing thing. I took a break altogether. So I did agency for like a year and I just took a break. So I picked up a housekeeping job, a part-time housekeeping job at a nursing home, literally paying me like barely $9 an hour, y'all. I'll say $9 an hour. I think it was even less than that, but we'll just say $9 an hour, which is nothing. But I know, like, I needed a break. I needed a break from the CNA world. I was still doing agency, like PRN, but the housekeeping job was my main thing for a little bit, like 3 or 4 months. And all I would do is I would be assigned a hall. All the housekeepers were assigned a hall, and we would clean everybody's room every day that we worked. I only worked 4 days a week doing that. You know, I would go in there. We had like these little mini mops things. So I would sweep if the residents' rooms needed sweeping that I was assigned to. I would look in there, see what needs to be done. I would make sure that they have toilet paper in their bathroom. You know, housekeeping stuff. Clean their sink, sweep, mop. That's the main stuff. Sweep, mop. Make sure it smells good. Spray my stuff. You know, wipe down the bathrooms and stuff. You know, keep it looking good and try to keep it smelling good. And then I would have to, you know, take my trash out at the end of the shift. Sometimes I would be assigned like to the nurse's station, so I would take the trash out in a nurse's station, wipe it down, sanitize stuff like that. It was so freaking easy, y'all. And I actually liked that job, to be honest with y'all. Those are probably one of the 2 easiest jobs that I ever had. Yeah. Besides that one time I was a home care CNA for this client that I literally, all I had to do was sit with him. So that was probably the easiest job that I ever had, because I literally, all I did was sit with him. But besides that, an actual job where I work an 8-hour shift, the housekeeping and the ward clerk secretary thing was the easiest jobs that I've ever had. If I had to choose, I'd probably be the secretary. But the housekeeping was so easy. But the issue is I couldn't survive off that for a very long time. I was literally barely making $9 an hour. Like, but let me tell you something. If that housekeeping job paid a decent wage, I would go back to that housekeeping job and do that for a living. Bump this whole nursing thing, this boss babe and all this shit. I would be a freaking housekeeper if it paid a decent wage, but it doesn't. But I mean, the job is easy. It's not a hard job to do, so what, I can't expect for it to, you know, pay no $20 an hour. It's an easy job. It really is. It's not hard at all. Actually, most of the time, most of the housekeepers, we would get done, our shift was from 7 to 3, right? And we get done before 2:30. So we're still clocked in, and we go sit down in the break room till it's 3 o'clock. So really, we're getting 2 30-minute breaks, technically. Because nobody ever gets done at no later than 2:30. Because, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, that's another time I'm like, this job is peaceful. This is a peaceful job. The housekeeping job was pretty peaceful. So, I just want peace in my life. When it comes to my job, the people that are in my life, everything, I want peace. If I'm in a relationship, I want peace. I want my life to be as peaceful as possible. So that's what I want, and that's what I'm going to start working on, to have peace in my life. So yeah. And that's all I wanted to talk about today. Feel free to comment below if you have any New Year goals, feel free to comment below. And I have other New Year goals and stuff, but that's just what I wanted to share right now. I just got to the point where I just want a peaceful life. So yeah, I'm going to go now, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.